everyone, you are watching today's news with me Irsandy Sarah.
Preview.
The text from comic book with the title Squid Game Start Address Season 2 Divisive Reaction I personally found it fun by Nick Phelps. Squid Game Season 2 might have broken records previously held by Season 1 of the series with Netflix, but one star has addressed the divisive reaction fans have had to the new episode. Squid Game Season 2 premiered last December and quickly broke records as one of the highest streaming premieres in the Netflix history. And the new wave of episodes introduced fans to a new set of games and wild characters taking their life on them. As the series ran through its run of 7 episodes before it came to its cliffhanger ending, fans have not had overwhelmingly positive response as they did for the first season. It's likely due to its cliffhanger ending that fans had more negative response to Squid Game Season 2, and the fact it less game than the first season, it is aims to tell a completely different kind of story. In fact, no work can be free of criticism. I personally found it fun. I took that director Hwang Dong-hyuk is very smart person. Is very stoic reaction the same to be aware of how fans might have approached the new season much differently than the first time around. It makes a lot of sense as the first season of the series is relighting in the battle kind of success that even Squid Game series creator Hwang Dong-hyuk was aware of as he didn't immediately have plans to the follow-up the series when the first season initially released. It also why Squid Game will be ending its story with a final season of episode coming later in this year. As Dong-hyuk explained about when creating the story of the new season, it was initially one much longer story arc. When I first wrote of the story season 2 and 3, it was long story arc, and I was originally planning to write this story across a span of about 8 to 9 episodes. But once I finished the story, it came to over 10 episodes, which I thought was too long to contain in a single season.
Preview.
That's all the news this time, and don't miss Squid Game Season 3.
Good evening everyone, back again with me Mutiara Zanuba. As usual, today's update will be with you for an hour to deliver the hot news of the day. Semeru is still fluctuating and there is no hot cloud fall. One day after the eruption on December 25, the activity of Mount Semeru on the border of Lumajang and Malang regains. East Java is still fluctuating with no hot cloud eruption. The status of Semeru itself has not changed and remains at alert level 3. The recommendation from the Center for Volcanology and Geological Disaster Mitigation remains the same, including that residents should not engage in activities in the southern sector. Along Besbuk Kobokan at a distance of 13 kilometers from the peak. Coast officers monitoring Mount Semeru Liswanto confirmation on Tuesday evening that Semeru's activity is still fluctuating and there have been no hot cloud eruptions. There is no significant development yet. Semeru's status is still alert, said Liswanto via WhatsApp. Previously, on the morning of December 25, Semeru experienced an eruption with a plumb height of 1,000 meters above the summit. In addition, there was also a pyroclastic flow that traveled 3 kilometers southwestward. Regarding the recent activity of Semeru, a stats on the official Magma Indonesia website on December 26 from the 12:06 o'clock. It was noted that from a visual observation standpoint, the volcano appeared clearly visible with no visible smoke emanating from the crater. The weather was also reported to be clear with weak winds blowing toward the south. Regarding seismic activity, there were 27 instances of eruption earthquakes with amplitudes ranging from 11 to 12 millimeters and lasting 87 to 135 seconds. There was one instance of a landslide earthquake with an amplitude of 6 millimeters and lasting 95 seconds. Furthermore, there were three instances of ghost earthquakes with amplitudes of 5 to 6 millimeters and lasting 25 to 50 seconds. In addition to that, there were two harmonic tremors with amplitudes of 6 to 10 millimeters lasting for 44 to 60 seconds. One four-file tectonic earthquake with an amplitude of 7 millimeters and lasting for 69 seconds. One fluid vibration earthquake with an amplitude of 2 millimeters and lasting for 1,500 seconds. Head of Abdul Rahman Saleh Airport's Technical Implementation Unit in Malang, Purwo Cahyo Widiatmoko, said that so far flight activities have not been affected by the volcanic activity of Mount Semeru. All flights for Christmas and New Year 2024 transformation are running normally and smoothly. Furthermore, there will be an additional two flights to and from Jakarta in the upcoming days to support Christmas and New Year transportation. Therefore, there will be a total of 8 flights at the airport. Alhamdulillah, everything is running smoothly, he said. Regarding the activity of Monraung on the border of Banyuwangi, Jember, and Bondowoso regencies, the head of the Banyuwangi Regional Disaster Mitigation Agency, Danang Hartanto, stated that climbing activities to Raung have been closed until further notice from the authorities. The activity of Raung is continuously monitored. Today, the conditions is safe, just like yesterday. We have prepared everything in case of unwanted circumstance. Evacuation routes and location have been prepared, said Danang when contacted separately. Raung status has remained on alert level 2 since December 19, according to the Magma Indonesia page as of December 25. From the visual observation, said the mountain was clearly visible until it was covered in fog. White crater smoke was observation with medium-high intensity 5 to 100 meters from the peak. The weather is cloudy to rainy, wind weak to the south. From the seismic perspective, there were 36 occurrences of ghost earthquake with a magnitude of 3 to 8 millimeters, lasting 23 to 51 seconds. 3 4 tectonic earthquakes with a magnitude of 7 to 14 millimeters and seismic duration to 14 millimeters and seismic duration of 50 to 141 seconds. and one continuous tremor with a dominant amplitude of 1 millimeter. Viewers of this information and our meeting on Let's Trending, I'm Mutiara Zanuba. Say goodbye, good evening, see you.
Nearly 108 people died after plane crash in the worst landing in South Korea on the morning Sunday, December 29. Harrowing video footage showed the Jeju airplane coming off the runway before colliding with barrier and bursting into flames at the Muan International Airport. The plane, which originated in Bangkok in Thailand, was carrying 181 people and 179 of whom were killed. The crew member was rescued from the wreckage. Authorized investigation against the crash, the with official bird and the weather.
Air control tower had issued a bird strike warning to the plane before landing.
Air traffic control authorized the plane to land at Muan International Airport about 8:54, just 3 minutes before using warning about bird activity in the area. At 8:59, the pilot reported the plane had struck bird. The pilot reported the original landing and request permission landing from the opposite direction. Air traffic control authorized the alternative landing 91 at 92, the plane contact with the ground. Coming down abruptly the half point of the 1,800 runway. One video appeared to show the plane touching down without using heels or the landing gear. It skidded down the runway, overshot in the crashing into concrete wall before erupting in flames. Video from the scene showed the plane blaze with smoke billowing into the sky. The first two survivors rescued from the crash about 9:23, the second being rescued from the inside tail section of the plane about 9:50. Lee Jong-hyun, chief of the Muan Fire Department, told televised briefing that bird strike and bad weather might have caused the crash, but that the exact cause was still being investigation. The flight and voice recorder from the plane were recovered, though reports say the former was damaged and data from the device could take up to months to decode. One passenger on the flight messaged relatives saying that birds have been stuck in the wing and the plane not land. Local media report official whatever have not confirmed whether the plane did actually collide with any bird. The plane was carrying 175 passengers and 6 crew. 2 of the passengers were Thai and the rest believed to have been South Korea. Authorities have said many are thought have been returning from the Christmas holiday Thailand. The official death toll stand 179, making the deadliest plane crash on the South Korea soil. All the passengers and 4 members of crew died.
Hello, now you are watching BBC News with me, report from all around the world. And for today, the 29th of January 2025, we bring several information that are happening during this week, and here is the topic line. Australia will ban children under 16 from using social media in 2025. First, and now with me, Rina, Nuraini, and here is the news in details.
Those for the question say aye. Against, no. I think the ayes have it.
Social media will soon be banned for under 16 years old in Australia, after a new law sets a benchmark with one of the world's toughest regulations targeting big tech. It forces tech giants from Instagram and Facebook owner Meta to TikTok to stop minors logging in or face fines of up to $32 million.
We know there is widespread concern and evidence about the severe mental health impact of social media on children.
A parliamentary inquiry this year had evidence from parents of children who self-harm due to social media bullying domestic media. Back to the ban, led by Rupert Murdoch News Corp. 16 years old user Annie Lam acknowledges its potential harm, but says it's a deeply ingrained in society and the law will force young people to more dangerous part of internet.
Such like a clear-cut ban, I believe that it will only create a generation of young people who will be more technologically literate in bypassing these like walls.
The ban also faced opposition from privacy advocates and some child rights groups, but 70% of the population wanted according to latest polls. Speaking on behalf of social media platform Australia Digital Industry Group, Managing Director Sunita Boyce said the bill was rushed through Parliament.
In some ways it's cart before horse because we have the bill, but we don't have guidance from the Australian government around what are the right methods that a whole host of services subject to this law will need to employ.
Its submission, Google and Meta said the ban should be delayed until an age verification trial finishes expected in May 2025. The country will be watched as a test case as a growing number of governments look to implement similar legislation. The ban considers a political win for Prime Minister Anthony Albanese called strain Australia's relationship with KLA, the United States. Ex-owner Elon Musk, a central figure in President-elect Donald Trump's administration, said in a post this month that seems a better way to control access to the internet by all Australians. Australia has also made social media platforms pay media outlets royalties for sharing their content and now plans to threaten them with fines for failing to stamp out scams. Well, that's all the news today. Thank you for watching and have a great day.
We've had a lot of prep time, but there's still a lot of work to do. And the most important thing that people can do today is to stay home and to stay safe, to let us do as much work possible, to let us.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to today's Winter's News in Washington. I'm Soraya Amalia as the presenter. The urgent warning from the governor of Kentucky, Andy Beshear there, he said just one of many hit by a winter storm that has more than 60 million Americans under alert right now. The snow and freezing cold stretching from the Midwest to the Mid-Atlantic, claiming at least 4 lives. As of now, this dangerous storm system is also having a huge impact on air travel, with more than 6,000 flights around the United States canceled or delayed today. A deadly winter storm creating dangerous conditions tonight for tens of millions of Americans. Snow, sleet, and freezing rain blanketing large areas of the country from Kansas to the nation's capital. The most important thing that people can do today is to stay home and to stay safe. Thick ice and gusty winds toppling trees and power lines, knocking out power to hundreds of thousands of homes. On the road, at least 4 people killed in crashes and hundreds of motorists stranded amid extreme conditions and misery for flyers, with thousands of flights either delayed or cancelled.
In DC, at least 5 inches of snow have already piled up, the most the district has seen in at least 3 years. And there may be more to come. Many schools across the region are closed and federal government offices shut down in DC. But not everyone is staying home. After the snow moves out, danger cold is moving in an Arctic blast, bringing bone-chilling temps to the same areas, just starting to dig out from the snow. Okay, viewers, I will bring you the movement of the storm now. More snow that's in West Virginia right now will come through DC, Philadelphia, Wilmington, maybe even up to a little bit of a light sprinkle there, or just a dusting for New York City. 28 degrees right now here on Earth. Camp wind chill is still below 20 degrees. We have got some new numbers in here. Georgetown, Delaware, you're the winner so far on the East Coast. But numbers are coming in and they'll continue to come in throughout the evening. So 1 foot of snow for you, 1.5 feet for Chapman. Even more than that, 20.5 officially. And then the ice, we talk about that, and half an inch of ice on 3 limbs. Power lines, over 300,000 even right now, still without power. Viewers, make sure you take care of your pets, your pipes, the people, because a lot of people just they let their pets outside for too long with these types of cold weather. Paws aren't ready for it. I know they have their winter coat already, but now would be really a good time for you to just make it a little shorter. Trips for the pooch. Well, that's winter's news in Washington. I'm Soraya Amalia. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Good morning, everyone. The breaking news is here to accompany you once again. I'm Zuleyka adnin. Here are the complete details. Dozens of people have survived a crash involving carrying 67 people in Kazakhstan. Kazakh authorities say 38 people were killed in the crash. Azerbaijan Airlines Flight G2843 caught fire as it attempted to make an emergency landing near the Kazakh city of Aktau. Footage shows the aircraft heading towards the ground at high speed with its landing gear down before bursting into flames as it lands. The airline said the plane an emergency landing about 3 kilometers from Aktau. It took off from the Azerbaijani capital Baku at 3:55 GMT on Wednesday and crashed around 6:28 a.m. Unconfirmed reports from Russian media said the aircraft might have collided with a flock of birds before crashing. Azerbaijan's prosecutor general said all possible scenarios were being examined, and President Ilham Aliyev said it was too early to say anything definitive. Air defense experts have suggested that the pattern of damage inside and outside the plane indicates Russian air defense active in Grozny may have caused the crash. Azerbaijan Airlines said flights between Baku and the Russian cities of Grozny and Makhachkala will be cancelled pending an investigation into the incident. Those on board were mostly Azerbaijani nationals, but there were also some passengers from Russia, Kazakhstan, and Kyrgyzstan. One of the passengers on board the Azerbaijan Airlines Flight A243 sent a video to his wife minutes before the plane crashed in Kazakhstan.
Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Kabağa 20 nefer gelsin. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah.
Both Azerbaijan and Kazakhstan have launched investigations into the incident. Embraer told the BBC it was ready to assess all relevant authorities.